A man who works as a contractor, whose name is Italiano Mexo, couldn't decide whether to be Mexican or Italian. So is he here so we can help him solve this problem? And since when do I solve people's problems? No, the guy is here because of what was captured the other day. He said, and those are his words, so I'm not accountable for it, that he is the only one who has the keys to the house as he works on it. So basically, no one other than him should have access to the house. I know you're a bit confused, but who said you were ever stable? This buildup was due to the fact that the other day he came to work and found footprints on the floor. These footprints were the size of a child's feet. As I said, no one else during this time should have been in the house other than him, let alone someone very young. You think this is the scariest part, but it's yet to come. I mean, it's free if you believe this was what scared you the most. But don't come at me and sue me for not warning you about what you are about to hear. The man explained after asking locals that, about 3 years ago, a young girl who lived in this house met her fate when she fell from the upper floor. What's even crazier is the fact that these footprints also happen to be right where the window she fell from is, which means, in theory, her spirit is trying to convey her message. The man did say that he heard laughter during his shift, though he was never convinced that it could be from within the house itself. He assumed it could be coming from the outside till he saw the footprints, when he was assured this is just a culminating situation of a paranormal occurrence.
Okay, so my last video wasn't too long because I didn't press a 10-minute icon. But anyways, I'm just getting into work, right? Nobody in this unit. I'm the only one besides the owner with the key. The owner lives all the way in New York. I'm in Oakland, California. So this unit had a fire a few years back. This was a little girl's room. This was her room. And I'm like lost for words right now, I'm sorry. Like, crashed my bed, I'm getting chills, hair standing up on my arms. But the girl that happened to pass away in this unit was 3 years old. Look at what the f*** is on the ground. Those are not an adult-sized footprint. One into the wall. This is where her bed was at, right here. I talked to the owner, I video called him and everything. And I've been here and like little kids laughing. I just thought it was coming from outside. But it's like a little, I felt something go like this in my ear. And yeah, I hear all the activity coming from that closet. And right here, but this really baffled me. Like I said, nobody else has the keys. There's no kids in here. I lock up everything. It's a 4-unit complex. Nobody's in here. Nobody been in here. There's an alarm system. So we got paranormal activity. Look at these little feet. Look at these little cute little feet. If you're in here, ghosts, I mean no harm. I'm Uncle Dave. You call me Uncle Dave. Just fixing up your room for you. Okay? But yeah, I believe in ghosts. So if you have anything paranormal, share it on Ghost. But man, I work in every environment, even if it's haunted, you know. But yeah, you know. But yeah, say something. If you hear some ghosts or whatever, or capture ghost activity, share it, man. Okay, peace out. God is love.
He did mention how he did feel a touch on his shoulder and a breath near his ear, which made him shiver to the core, but he had no other option but to continue working. You might read the title on screen and think to yourself, why is this man trying to tease me? And not only teasing, but he is actually trying to harass me too. How disrespectful. Well, I'm not telling you meticulously, the viewer, to bang balls. Nope, I'm a respectful dude. I'm here referring to the guys in the next video. That just makes things worse. Instead of respecting the ones who do the hard work and making it available for reuse, you're roasting them. It's like biting the hand that fed you. How about you become a poet? What I meant was that the ghosts in the next video, not the investigators. That's still not nice from such a wise old dude. How did I end up being wise in your notebook? Anyway, the ghosts, as I referred to them, were literally banging on everything, which led me to believe that if I were to be in that location at the time of the recording, I would have tempted them to bang more stuff, personal physical stuff. So, what is this place, and what is its history? How dark does it get due to its unfortunate past? Well, if you don't know the place you own or stay in, then that creates a problem, and a big one, to be more specific. Oh, you are referring to the Anchorage Mansion. And how did you know we were going to talk about this particular place? Never mind, hear me out. The Anchorage Mansion, a sprawling Victorian estate, holds a dark past shrouded in legend. Built in the late 19th century by the enigmatic industrialist Alexander Anchorage, whispers of tragedy and paranormal activity have surrounded it for decades. Local lore tells of strange disappearances, unexplained passings, and restless spirits haunting its corridors. Abandoned for years, the mansion stands as a foreboding monument to its troubled history, and this is the point where Rocky, Sean, and Josh step in. As they made their way inside, they quickly discovered how truthful these rumors were. Banging on walls, different sounds of objects moving, knocks everywhere, EVPs that give clear answers to important questions, and sounds of people walking, people who aren't there in the first place. At some point, there was a clear shadow figure walking behind one of these fellas.
So right now we are at the Anchorage house. During the interviews,
What was that walking?
yeah, Viva and I, we heard stuff walking upstairs, and we kept getting knocking from both these rooms over here.
Yeah.
And then we heard a real loud female voice come from this room. And they said whoever or whatever's here likes to communicate with people, so. That is so loud.
It's looked like a dark shadow just ran across the back of you.
Anybody inside the house with Rocky, Sean, and Jock?
I think this is the room where they seen the full body apparition.
Ooh, that's where they.
Where's that at?
Dolphins. Where they had the bodies.
Whoa, that was upstairs.
Sean, come here.
Oh, keep going.
It's talking through that thing.
I know. And it's up here now.
Well, let's see. We didn't get a mic from that back.
Hey, we're coming. Yeah, I'm sorry you had people breaking in here and just writing on the walls.
Freaking back's getting cold.
Yeah, I just had something touch my arm.
It's like the center of my back.
What the hell was that?
Was this your bedroom? This is the serpent.
Whoa, what the heck was that? Oh, you got hit the kitchen sink.
Oh, that hurt.
Can you hit a keyboard, one of the keys? I want to hear you play the keyboard. Can you do that? I'll come up there and sit with you. I do not like going down these steps alone like this. That is the second time we've heard a door slam. Oh, the hell? Freaking swear I just heard something hit the wall right freaking behind me.
It's here.
Still upstairs.
Whoa, what the heck was that? Okay, now this is starting to spook me out.
What brought you here?
Okay, I'm heading downstairs. Thank you for talking to me. Whoa, maybe I'm not heading downstairs. That was so freaking loud. something got thrown.
This house, the more you go up, the creepier it gets. This is where alarms have been going off. This is the room that Sean did not want to go in. Hello? Who's up here with me? Walter, was that you? No way. Got a REM pod over there. Who was that? Okay, so I'm going to continue to make my way up. Like I said, the more up you go, the creepier it gets. Hello? Okay, that was loud. But you still hear, like, walking and knocking. No way. That's a kid. That was a kid. Holy shit. Hello?
And there were even more paranormal activities in between, but you just have to watch the full video on their channel. It's worth digging, but my one innocent question is, why is there a teddy bear?
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Just before I start talking about our guy in the next video, Wallace, let me just say one thing. You need to chill, dude. I know the atmosphere where you're working is chilling enough to terrify an elder man with full life experience, but I'm not trying to calm you down about your situation. No, I'm referring to your language. Do you know how annoying it was to go through the video in the editing process the first time? Just to muffle every slang he spits out after every couple of words. Now, with that out of the way, who is Wallace and why is he here? This man is a cool young fella who still has his life ahead of him to look forward to. He works as a security guard in the Dallas Museum of Art and has been recently taking on the night shift. And obviously, that was a wrong decision because of what you're about to hear. The night shift has always been known to be the working hours of ghosts, and whoever is taking on that shift alone isn't going to have an easy time. Wallace is just one more one of those who has to struggle with the malicious ghost who has all the time to send anyone who works there on a ride of terror. As Wallace was walking around, he heard what sounded like footsteps. He heard these noises and was confused. He went to check to see if there was someone lingering around. But it didn't take long before he scurried away to calm himself down. But this wouldn't be the last time he had to put his legs to the test and run from such a situation. As in his other videos, the man was literally trying to confront the ghost while also running from him when he felt a physical interaction. The man was touched multiple times, and he was almost crying out of fear.
Man, I've been clocked in 8 minutes. Hey! Hey! I'm not finna go check shit. I'm going down there. Shit. Oh, goddamn. Lie. Oh. If it is somebody down there, they're gonna stay their goddamn ass down there. I'm not going. Hurry up and get up these bitches. Hey, somebody in here with me. I'm up here doing this damn job. These folks want me to do all this walking in the dark. I'm not walking down there no motherfucker. Hey. Hey. Not coming to out there, man. Somebody is down there with me. Somebody in here with me. When I got this job, I told them I don't do things like this. And I got my camera on, bitch. You can go if you just come out. I let you go free. But don't try to just pop out on me. You know what I'm saying? Skirt me, make me shit on myself on the job. Come on now. Come on now. I'm just trying to get my goddamn hours and go home now. He gonna act like he don't hear me. You know you back there. Come on. I'm not finna. I'm telling y'all, I'm finna go. And the clock, I'm going this way. Fuck that. Oh. God. Oh my God. This bitch just touched my neck. Oh, this bitch touched me on my neck. This bitch is getting physical. This bitch is getting physical, y'all. This bitch grabbed me by my throat. You grabbed me by my goddamn neck. Yes, you did. I got something for you, though. Come on over here. Come out in the light where everybody see you. I can't believe this bitch grabbed me by my fucking throat. Fuck up now. Yeah, you done fuck up now. You done put your hands on me. You done put your damn hands on me. Hey. Why you touch my goddamn neck like that? Aggressive ass ghost. Goddamn ghost was strong in the bitch. You gonna keep doing this every night, ain't it? I'm not scared no damn more. Bring your goddamn ass here. I'm ready to fight. Shit. Bring your goddamn ass here. Cross my motherfucking line. I'm ready to fight. Cross the line. Now cross the motherfucking line. Come cross the motherfucking line. I got something for you. Cross the motherfucking line. Hey! This might be my last day. This might be my last damn day. I can't keep doing. I can't keep. This ain't even me. This ain't even for us. This ain't. I don't do this stuff. You hear me? You hear me? I don't do this. Oh! Oh!
Sorry if it was a little insulting to say he was almost crying, but listen, dude, from the looks of it, when you felt like something touched you, your face was about to shed some tears. I'm someone who is so invested in shadow figures that I wish I had encountered one once, but unfortunately the figure I have encountered once was almost a human. By the way, shadow figures are the jinn who cast themselves as other creatures, and in the case of a shadow figure, it usually refers to the one that resembles the human shape. After such a long introduction, I need a cup of water to keep going. The next video, which features Mark and Jamie, the two dudes, with their other dude, the cameraman whose name we never got to hear, they decided to go and investigate an allegedly haunted forest, or so we heard. While they were in the car, on the ride to that forest, the audio was crushed by the wind, but who cares? Not me. The scary events, or the scary event because there was only one, are yet to take place. As they arrived, they were describing the story of the place, or how it may have been haunted. As they said, there was once a case that took place in the forest where they found the body of someone. He didn't have a head, and they suspected his fate was due to some natural causes. I have no idea what kind of natural causes would leave the man with no top, but after they found the head, they had to investigate what could have led to such a horrible incident, though they couldn't really come up with the answer. These three, and I did hear the name of the cameraman multiple times in the video, I just couldn't tell what it is exactly. Maybe Cliff? Anyways, the investigation itself isn't what we have next, it's what came prior to it. As in, at the top of the building behind them, a shadow figure appeared. It was there, standing still, before it vanished after the camera panned away from it.
Kev, Mark and Jamie tonight as we investigate the haunted woods somewhere in Anglesey tonight. Said tonight twice, didn't I?
I tried to do a takeover here.
So we got over here.
So that's alright. I'll do it again. Okay.
Do you want to stand in the same place or
No,
just
go.
there?
Yeah. Joined Kev, Mark, I nearly said that. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Join Kev, Mark and Jamie as tonight as we. Oh, fuck!
Right, I'll try it.
Okay.
Join us, Gypsy Paranormal, tonight as we investigate the haunted woods.
Okay. Just go back and see what. Do it again then.
Somewhere in this haunted woods, a body was found. It didn't have a head. The death was put down to natural causes, but it wasn't until 6 months later that the head was found, whether animals took it away. No one still quite doesn't know what actually happened to the person, how they died. It's one of those mysteries that was never solved. We're going to go to that building tonight and we're going to do some kind of investigation, maybe do an EVP, call outs and stuff like that and see if we get any responses.
There you go. You just walk out and then I'll follow you, yeah?
Yeah, there's a beagle, yeah?
Yeah. I'll stand here for a minute and...
Said tonight twice, didn't I?
I just want to do a take over here.
Said tonight twice, didn't I?
I just want to do a take over here.
Said tonight twice, didn't I?
I just want to do a take over here.
Says tonight twice.
I'll stand here for a minute and...
I like how some viewers who saw this footage have said it might be due to some light trick, like this figure had the air behind him, nothing that he could have been cast on as a shadow. Back to haunted dolls, because we have to talk about them all the time, or else they could haunt us in our dreams. That's what my old grandpa once told me. That old man used to say a lot of things, but that was one that even when I was so little, I was looking at him like, really dude? Even as a child as young as this, I can still tell this is just a made-up story, so I spat on him, but he thought I was just a little kid having some kind of fever. Little did he know it was on purpose. But now he is not with us anymore. Anyways, the next video doesn't have to deal with dolls alone, as we are talking about a man who goes investigating random haunted places as suggested by his viewers, and once they asked him to look at a haunted plaza, he answered the call and went there. They say that a big fire once took place and took the lives of many young children there, so that could explain the appearance of dolls standing in the distance, which seem to be staring at the man as if they are about to perform some dark magic or spell on him. That happened multiple times. But if you thought it was only going to be about dolls, then you're completely wrong. In fact, you're so wrong that you should write an apology and send it via email to me. Anyway, in other clips, we can see that he encountered the apparition of a creepy-looking figure and even a wheelchair out of nowhere, once empty and once with someone sitting on it. It even got to the point where they sent him a direct threat message by throwing a bottle so he would know it's game over for him. How creepy. But honestly, the apparition was more of a threat than the bottle activity.
Carajo. ¿Qué es eso?
Comienza a moverse solo.
O es un gato. ¿Es un duende? ¿Qué mierda es eso, weón?
Para eso ya olíamos azufre y olor a quemado.
O sea, que se acerca, huevón. ¿Qué chucha es eso? Oye, ¿me acerco? Ni cagando, voy a grabar algo. Oye, ¿qué chucha es eso? Está que camina, huevón. Está que camina. Está caminando. ¿Qué chucha es? Se mueve, se está moviendo, huevón. Broma, ¿qué chucha es eso? ¿Qué chucha es eso, huevón? Espera. Qué miedo, huevón. ¿Dónde aparece? Está muy oscuro, huevón.
Aparece el muñeco primero y luego la entidad demoníaca.
Gente. ¿Qué pasó? Gente, se apagó todo. Se apagó todo. Se apagó todo este peluche. Yo le dije, weón, no. Oye, ¿qué fue? Ahora sí ya me pateé. Ahí ya me pateé. Esto sí es del diablo, gente. Esto sí es del diablo. Oye, ¿qué fue? Escúchenme. ¿No te digo? Pero,
El oso cobra vida y se asoma a verme.
Madre. No me jodas, huevón. ¿Ves? Ya no, esta es la mierda, weón. El peluche estaba allá, weón. El peluche estaba allá, weón. Pero si alguien está viendo mi live, váyanse a la mierda, weón. Váyanse a la mierda, es un seguidor, está en la mierda, ya fue. El peluche estaba allá.
Oye. Me pareció ver algo ahí abajo. Mira abajo, gente. ¿Qué horas son? 1 de la mañana. Voy a ir hacia el lado oscuro. Gente, y... a ver qué encontramos ahí. A ese lado de allá vamos a ir, gente. Hoy es una exploración más o menos para ver qué cosa... Gente, te juro que si yo veo a alguien, una sombra, algo, lo que sea, me cago de miedo porque... Oye, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué? Gente, ¿es lo mismo que yo una silla de ruedas en medio de la nada? ¿Qué fue? Oye, ¿qué fue? Están penando, creo, gente. Qué raro. Uy, gente, ¿te acuerdas de la... Gente, ya no está. Ya no está, gente, ya no está la silla de ruedas. La silla de ruedas... Gente, ¿dónde está la silla de ruedas? Porque la silla de ruedas estaba por acá, mano. Y yo me acuerdo claramente que estaba ahí. Porque yo he venido por esta zona. Yo he venido por esta zona, mano. Y... O sea, yo me he dado la vuelta por allá y todo. Estaba por allá. Oh, mano. ¿Qué fue, mano? Me han tirado una botella. Oh, mano, me han tirado una botella, mano. Está ahí, mano. Mano. Escucha paranormal, gente. No, mano. Dios mío, mano. ¿Qué fue? Yo me voy de acá. Escúchame. La única forma de saber qué es eso es, mira, primero olimos a quemado, de ahí, cuando estábamos arriba, vimos una silla de ruedas, gente, vimos...
There was a point during the live stream he did in his first visit where he said to have smelled the scent of something burning. That was before any dolls appeared or anything terrifying took place. If I ask you a question, how many apparitions would you expect to see in a single investigation? You may say 1 or 2, but I have you some other thoughts, as when it comes to the next video, you have to raise the count number. Even I lost count of how many apparitions have occurred during the video. So let's cut straight to the bottom line. What's with the next man? He is an everyday investigator, the regular if I can say the least. But what is so special about this dude? Well, I can say he can use fire style. That might sound a bit confusing, so let me make it simpler. He can ignite fire with his bare hands. It's very simple, actually, in concept. In all seriousness, since he is exploring a haunted place, anything is expected, so he tapped on what looks like a big basin, and some fire out of nowhere was lit up. But that was the beginning. As things proceeded forward, he kept encountering one paranormal activity after the other. There was even a file that was surfing on the floor on its own. Just let me check the video again to see what else happened before I mention anything about the apparitions. Well, other than what seemed like glowing eyes from deep in the trees, there was nothing too important. Now let's focus on the spooky part. At one point, while he was pinning his camera around, he caught what looked like a female figure in a blue dress. Do you also want me to tell you what color her lipstick was? Anyways, the figures differentiated from one shot to another, which means there were different species. There was one with only her head pulling down from the ceiling. There was a figure in a black dress walking from one corner to the other, and more to come.
Tempat pemandian jenazah, men. Oke lah, nggak apa-apa. Gua tepuk aja dulu ya sebelum gua mulai ya. Basah, cuk. Astagfirullahaladzim. Baru aja gue tepuk, cok. Bentar. Ini punya masalah nih sama gue, cuy. Oke lah, kita mulai dari sini aja ya, teman-teman ya. Oke guys, sekarang gue lagi berada di salah satu bekas rumah sakit yang ada di Surabaya, teman-teman. Nampak wujud kalian? Astagfirullahaladzim. Gila, Kang typing lah, Kang. Aduh, aing kagak bawa hati, cok. Astagfirullahaladzim, muka gua bener-bener panas, cuk. Gila. Astagfirullahaladzim, itu nandai, Kang. Astagfirullahaladzim. Makin malam makin asik, coy. Apa ini, cok? Lo lihat gak sih, men? Barusan tiba-tiba ini cuman kayak gini doang, noh. Gua spill di sini ya. Cuman kayak gini doang, nggak ada apa-apanya, cok. Astagfirullahaladzim. Sir. Bentar, cok, gua mundur bentar ya. Astagfirullahaladzim. Cuman manggil doang, di telinga doang lu manggil, anjing. Lu di telinga doang manggilnya, cok. Cuman di telinga doang lu manggilnya, cok. Gak ada lagi. Astagfirullahaladzim. Ternyata susternya manggil, cok. Woi. Men, gue coba masuk dulu ke dalam ya. Sebenarnya ini ruangan apaan sih? Halo? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ya qadamul ruh, ya qadamul jin, ya qadamul jasad, ya rijalul goib. Ada mata tower. Kalau berani ayo maju sini, yuk. Jangan cuma di sana aja, mata tower. Asusito SPB. Halo?
beli home, men. Gua coba kelilingin 7 kali ya. Gua coba kelilingin 7 kali ya, men. Ini satu ya. Gua coba kelilingin 7 kali ya. Dua. Udah 7 guys. 7 guys. Pusing kepala cuk. Ger. Udah 0052 ya guys. Astagfirullahaladzim. Astagfirullahaladzim. Kang. Astagfirullahaladzim, cok. Kelak. Iya, aing teu jauh. Astagfirullahaladzim. Gua nggak jauh, cok.
I may not be able to swallow these figures' apparitions as much as you do as a viewer, but I do see the possibility of this being real in some cases, especially if it was done right, like in this video. Let's call him Vlad. That's exactly what I was saying to myself while trying to find what this guy is called. The investigation began. Wait, what investigation? I'm pretty sure I have gotten lost during the process. Well, this guy, whom I will call Vlad, has disappeared for quite some time from uploading to his YouTube channel. When he returned, he didn't post about anything related to the paranormal, which is what his channel was originally about. He did address that, and the next video is what he has experienced lately. He said things were calm for the last couple of weeks, but recently the house has been active again. Seems like these ghosts were on vacation. More like these editors were on a vacation. Regardless, he decided to set up his cameras and tune down these lights, but not turn them off completely just for better vision. And here we are. Vlad decided to sleep after he made sure he covered all areas in the house that could have any potential ghosts messing around, and it didn't take that long before the party began. I did call the police on them, though, for partying late at night, but the police officers joined them instead. For our guy in the next footage, Vlad, his party was different. It was scary. As the ghosts began knocking stuff around, a statue he had on the top of the closet was moved left and right, while books have fallen off the shelf. The first activity, though, was with the lab lamp light, which kept switching on and off. In the kitchen, things got scarier as one of the cameras began walking on its own, using the stand it was attached to, which triggered the other camera. It almost got jealous and walked on its own, too. The guy almost lost a couple of $100 while sleeping, but luckily for him, the camera didn't fall to the ground. When he woke up and checked around, the house was messy, almost as if a party had actually broken out while he was asleep.
ЗК у нас включен, и Сонька тоже включена. Время 12 часов, приступаем к съемке. Фух. Вот. Оп. Время 12 часов, можно ложиться спать. Я в этот раз свет оставлю, чтобы было видно, что происходит. Я надеюсь, привидения не будут стесняться. Фух. Спокойной ночи. Попробуй усни здесь. Так, книги раскидал, видно. Так, ну, в записи посмотрел, что было. О, вот. Ну, понятно, двигал предметы. Так, ну визуально книги. Ну, тут тоже что-то двигал. Ладно, на видео посмотрим. Так, ладно, камеру надо выключать. Так. Ну да, как видим, он тут немножко у меня пошумел.
I'm actually fascinated by the level of calmness this man has reached, like he saw the book falling on its own right in front of him and he didn't even flinch. Let me try to unpack the next video as fast as I possibly can, because I have so much activity that I couldn't catch a breath. Couldn't catch a breath while watching. Every time I take my eye off the monitor, I already hear him making a reaction of fear of some sort. I was like, dude, not like this. Even before he entered the place, he started hearing some strange sounds, as if someone was messing around in there. But where is the story? What's the plot? What's for dinner? When it comes to dinner, I also wish to know. But let's see what this place Ian is investigating. The abandoned Palma Sanatorium. Built in 1905, the sanatorium served as a tuberculosis hospital until its closure in 1943. It's believed that many patients spent their final days within its walls. Local legends suggest that the sanatorium is haunted, with reports of shadow figures, disembodied footsteps, ghostly voices, and full-bodied apparitions. Some believe that the spirit of a young boy roams the basement halls, adding to the eerie atmosphere of the abandoned building. Now that you know the story, let's see what else our beloved explorer has discovered. First of all, it's your beloved explorer, not ours. Speak on behalf of yourself only. Okay, why are you so harsh, dude? As he got inside, he immediately started hearing strange sounds, faint voices, and women whispering, which would have driven me crazy if I were in his place. Why is that though? Because instead of running, I would look around, trying to find the source of her voice. Do you really think I would waste a chance on an easy gift like her? Regardless, let's see what else. As Ian started taking pictures, not for his only viewer's account, but rather of the place, he caught what looked like a phantom. That same fufu was also seen later lingering around, but this time on video, not just in pictures. The doorknob was squeaking as described, a tube hanging from the ceiling was swinging. Footsteps and a box boxing, in other words, moving. Last but not least, a ghost was so caught up in the moment he started whistling. How terrifyingly chill.
I can't believe I'm about to go in here. Whoa. I just heard something in there. Hello? I don't know what the heck that was. That noise came from the second floor. Is anyone up there? What the hell is that? Okay, I was originally creeped out to go in there. Now I'm terrified. I don't see anyone in the windows. Who's up there? I keep hearing like movement in there still. Hello? Okay, I'm hearing more noises. If that was you, could you make another sound? This is one of the rooms. One of the rooms I was hearing the noises. just heard a whisper somewhere in here. Hello? Who's in here with me? Could you tell me your name? Are there other spirits here? How many are there? How many are there? Whoa, I just heard that. I don't know what that was. That scared me. It sounded like a voice, a moan, or something. Hello? Thought I may have heard somebody down here. Whoa, I got something weird on this camera. Let me try to get it again. Whoa, what the heck was that? Dude. It's a straight up mist figure in here. Whoa. It was in this room. Hello? It was like right in this doorway, and it's gone. Where'd you run off to? Get me back there. It must have went this way. Are you over here? Oh my god. I'm hearing weird shit at the end of this hallway. Are you down there? Whoa! Whoa! I gotta go over there now. Dude, it just went in this room. Holy. There's nothing. There's nothing here. Who are you? I just want to talk to you. Oh, jeez, before I even get it out, I'm already hearing things. Hello? Okay. What the fuck? Who's down there? I hear weird noises down there. Oh, holy shit. Those were footsteps. Oh, God. I don't know what that said. Could you say that one more time? The doorknob. Something just gripped that doorknob. Holy. Something gripped this doorknob. What the heck? I heard that. Did you just grip this doorknob? Oh, what the? Oh, I just felt like a force. It like pushed me to the side. I didn't feel anything, but it was like a force. It was like a force like pushing me this way, but I didn't feel anything touching me. I didn't scare you away, did I? Oh! Okay, I gotta get out of here. I'm done for now. I'm done. I'm coming back. Jeez. Hello, is anybody up here? Whoa. What the heck was that? Sounded like it was this metal thing. Whatever the heck this thing is. It's making all kinds of noise. What the hell? Who's up here? What is this thing anyway? It's like some kind of machine. I can't tell what that is. If you're messing around with this thing, could you make another sound? Now I'm hearing noises up there. I hear you. Who's up here? What? Dude! Am I going crazy or did that just move? No way! You see that? It was up against that wall. Those beams. Whoever moved this box, could you move it again? What? Oh my god! What the hell? Are you seeing that? Oh, hell no. Hell no. Screw that. I am not going over there. What the is going on up here? Look at that. Oh my god. How do you explain that? First the box, now this. I don't even know what the hell this is. There's two of them. There's two like... Oh my god. I'm hearing all kinds of shit now. Look at this. What is this? It's like some bars. Bars swing back and forth. Someone is up here with me right now. That was whistling. Hello? Whoa! They say that a child has been heard running down this hallway. Is that you that they're hearing? Why don't you tell me your name? My name is Ian. If you're in here, could you move this ball? Holy! That was loud. Well, okay. Thank you for making that noise. Scary noise at that. Could you make another sound? Oh my god, this kid is aggressive. What the hell? Is it even a kid at all? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, but it sounded high pitch. High pitch like a child. No! I feel like whatever's down here is toying with me. What? No way! Oh my god! What? Got a weird feeling in this room. Oh, holy shit. That was a shadow. That was a shadow. This just passed right by my camera. Holy.
The investigation never stopped. If he continued recording, I think he would have still been able to capture more chilling events. Even if he leaves the place, as long as the camera is recording, the activity won't stop, even at his home. Javi and Gio, and these two names are too weird for me to even make up, so these are the real names of our two dudes in the next clip. Javi is a young dude who makes videos for YouTube where he goes to different locations and documents his journey, and he is also a guy who is interested in haunted places. That's great. Then what about Gio? He is just the hero's friend, the one-liner in movies, who makes reactions and barely has any real purpose. Anyways, they were both invited to this forest, as the guide in the area has told the owner of the hut where he stays the night that he has been hearing some strange noises all the time around him that send shivers down his spine, and that he needs a promotion if he is going to keep working this job. Those last two things were added up by me for extra action. So here come Javi and Gio, who will not solve this mystery but rather make some good, or should I say, some great views out of this situation. A pretty girl, as described by Javi, told him that they should meet at the hut or something like that. But as the investigation began, there wasn't anything particular to be scared of. There were some strange sounds nonetheless and a broken egg, but that's Mother Nature to you, buddy. The scary chapter kicked in when they encountered what looked like a tent and a sheet of clothing hanging on the tree. It's now getting creepy. Do you think so? Then hear this, a lady with no cloth on whatsoever performed some weird dances all by herself. But it seems like she was actually performing some dark magic. These two ended up running after she gave them the dramatic Hollywood movie turnaround stare.
Pues no, se me hace raro, gente, porque estamos, o sea, ya estamos medio le... ¿Mejor para atrás? ¿O qué?
Pero por eso, güey.
Ay.
Se escuchó como...
Es que sí es una pedrada, ¿no?
Esa sí fue una pedrada.
Broma pesada, se asustan. Mira, güey, te estoy diciendo, es un huevo. ¿De qué? ¿Quién sabe? Los de serpientes son más grandes, ¿no? Mucho más grandes.
De hecho, sí. ¿Que era un gusano, no? ¿O qué es?
¿Dónde? Ah, la madre, sí. A ver, ustedes no saben ni qué andamos viendo, ¿verdad? Nosotros acá explicando les voy a enseñar un poquito esto. Nomás que ya no sé si sea terreno. Se está moviendo esa madre. Se está moviendo esa madre, se está moviendo esa madre.
Te estoy diciendo.
Güey, pero se empezó a mover. Ve cómo se mueve.
No, es que...
Y no hay aire, güey.
No hay aire, no. No hay nada de aire, güey. Nada de aire. Risa nerviosa.
Güey, es que, o sea, se mueve. Literalmente tiene un movimiento repetitivo, güey. Ajá, y que nomás es así. Hoy. Son pasos, ¿no? Ve. ¿Cómo se queda?
Ajá, sí.
Platican, algo así.
Está pero como
escuché a un...
acá.
Sí, yo lo escuché para allá. ¿Qué es esa madre? ¿Sí se escucha de allá? Sí. Y para allá es donde estaba el pinche de este, güey. Para allá es donde estaba todo eso que... Hoy, ya se empiezan a escuchar más ruidos. Pero neta, madre, ¿es una persona?
No hay.
¿Qué madre, güey? ¿Qué es eso? A ver, está desnudo, güey. Es mujer. ¿Qué trae en la mano? Hay que intentar acercarnos un poquito más.
I wonder if that was actually a lady or a man with long hair. And if she was a lady in fact, that takes me to my next point, which is a theory. Couldn't this be actually the same lady who talked to them as I mentioned in the introduction? If that theory sounds unbelievably unbelievable to you, then wait till you hear this one. Why did she have to turn around if she was, in fact, performing a ritual? Imagine someone coming at you late at night telling you he could fix your life. Obviously, I'm not talking about a sales representative. These people might be annoying, but they are just doing their jobs at the end. What I'm referring to in the next video is someone completely off the rails. First of all, let's meet the man who was behind the recordings. I don't know his name, but what I know is how he ended up in that situation. He decided recently to move into a new place, specifically to a house in the Appalachian Mountains, a place that's supposed to be quiet, not crowded with neighbors, somewhere where you can have full comfort. But one lady had a different opinion. And no, it wasn't the man's wife. She was fine with the location. It was a complete stranger. Late at night, a woman came to his home, standing outside and making sounds. He saw her from the camera. He told her to back off, but she said she isn't here for him, but rather for his dogs. She wanted to meet them. Fast forward, she later returned, which is the footage we have next. She stood outside and stated that she wanted to help him, to bless him and his dogs, but he told her he already had an appointment with a priest. In other words, he threatened to call the police on her and release his dogs to attack her. She was so stubborn, but when things were about to get serious, in a scary fashion, he turned around and found that she had disappeared.
Listen, you need to leave now. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna let them out. It's midnight. What are you doing here? Leave now. It's midnight. We're not playing any more games. You are agitating my dogs. I told you late at night my guard dogs are out, and they're out. I'm not gonna be babysitting. You broke into the property at 3 in the morning. They're gonna come out.
I just came to bless you and your dog.
You need to leave now. You need to leave now. I'm letting them out. Don't come any closer. I'm gonna let them out.
You don't have to let them out.
I'm gonna let them out.
Don't do that.
They're here and they're waiting.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna leave. The police has been looking for 4 days now. There's no one around. This is my place. I don't know where you're coming from. I don't know where you're coming from.
I just came to bless you.
I'm letting my dogs out.
Don't do that.
She disappeared.
By the way, there are more videos prior to this one, and after this one, you can watch them on his account, but long story short, the police did call for duty at the end. I wanted to know, how did she disappear so fast? You know what's the best part about schools? That it never stops to amuse me day after day. How scary and haunted it can be. I know that being alone in a school at night isn't comfortable, but having to be a security guard for one and to stay inside the building itself to protect it, it's on a different level. Like, I need protection from the school itself, not the school needing my protection. Imagine you're in the situation as Ariel in the subsequent footage. I would bet that you won't last more than 1 full working day at best. He is a security guard who works the night shift, and as he does his job, he realizes someone else is also on duty to serve the place. He realized that the place is haunted. Now, I'm not sure whether the school is under reconstruction or if it's newly built, but regardless of its condition, you can't tell me there are kids lingering around in the building that late at night. One night, as he was sitting on his chair chilling, he heard some knocking sounds on one of these doors. As he went to check, he opened the door. There was no one inside, but then he discovered, after reviewing the clip, he might have caught an unexplained shadow figure apparition that only appeared for a glimpse of a moment before it disappeared. While knocking on the doors is a common thing he encounters, if these were not answered or checked on by Ariel, these doors begin to open by themselves, as these ghosts have no patience. Speaking of which, and going back to my previous point regarding the presence of a kid in the school, Ariel heard several sounds echoing through the building, and one of these sounds relates to a kid. I don't even know how he got used to these things. It's so freaky he must have lost his mind.
No. Qué ganas de llorar. Me dio ganas de llorar. Escuchen. Escuchen, escuchen. Mira, mira, mira. La ventana está cerrada aquella. Así es todos los días. Upa. Acabo de volver a prender por esto, mira. Ahí está abriendo la puerta. No, ahí está abriendo la puerta, mira. Ahí está. Mira. ¿Qué les dije? Yo abrirla, ¿sí? Mira. Bien, aquí está la luz. Acá estamos. Ahora presten atención de vuelta, ¿no? Si me deja, claro. No me deja. No me deja. No me deja. Bueno, si no me dejas... ¿De dónde estás? No, esto es hazaña tuya.
¿Lo puedes abrir? ¿Lo puedes abrir? Ok. ¿Se dieron cuenta que cuando se abrió la puerta estaba todo borroso? Es un montón. ¿Ven? Mira. Escucha. La voz del nene. Y aquí en la escuela cuando empiezan a ladrar los perros así a llorar. Ah, visto. Ahí empieza a joder, como a golpear. Todas las noches hace lo mismo. Mira. ¿Qué pasa? Tempranito empiezan a hinchar las pelotas.
As I mentioned, I think this man might have already lost his mind to the point that he is no longer affected by these activities. More so, he thinks it's nothing, just like a completely drunk man, almost unconscious. You might be thinking, what do you mean by questioning the type of paranormal activity you have seen in the next series of videos? At least you should think like that if you have read the title. Is it something we have never experienced before? How creepy did it get? What happened to the ones who had the sad fate of having been there and going through all this evil poltergeist all by themselves? How about I give you a napkin so you can wipe your tears? As I can see, you're getting emotionally invested in my made-up story so far. There was no group in the scene, as these videos were all taken from a static camera inside the house of one dude. And it was not so dangerous, just the cabinets and drawers opening and closing and the storage door opening for the toilet paper roll to come out and take some fresh air. The chairs are moving backward, and the banners and paintings are swinging. Objects were flying out and into the scene as if someone were merely throwing them. Should I say that again? I think even an idiot can tell if someone is handling these objects or not. Alright then, that's all creepy in nature, I guess, but it's not something to be amused by. Act tough now, but let's see how tough you are when this paranormal activity takes place in your house. In all seriousness, the strange nature of these activities comes from the farting sounds in the background. I thought it was just some leather chair squeaking, but upon checking, the uploader says it's some farting ghost. I know the sound wasn't all that clear in all the clips, but what can I do when there is copyright claim music? The uploader seems to be so proud that he invested in a new type of ghost haunting. As it stands out, he wants us to believe that ghosts can actually fart. Dude, they already look like a floating fart in their appearance. How did you come up with that weird idea? I'm all for protecting yourself, especially in situations where you have to put yourself in such a hazardous position. The question remains here, why would you even involve yourself in these kinds of situations? As the old man once said, no fear, no gear. He said something other than gear, though it slipped off of my mind. The guy in the next video, whom I will call Frank, is not an investigator. He is a hunter and a camper. I mean, any hunter should be a camper. This dude, who seems to be so invested in women, decided to go on a camping trip the other day. Nothing new here for our guy, though the location he chose was the problem. People whom he talked to about this trip have warned him against it. They didn't get into details, but the site itself tends to have a bad reputation as it stands, and they said that he should not camp there, but he never listened. He even called his wife to tell her about his final decision, and she hung up on him because he wasn't married to begin with. He was already hallucinating even before he got there. The wife call part was made up by me, and he proceeded to go there. The night falls. He reaches his final destination, and if he wasn't fully protected, he would have been finally destinated that night. He set up the tent and began lumberjacking these trees. He wanted to cut some logs, get the wood, and set up a fireplace for a cozy night, but it didn't go as intended. These warnings he had earlier about the forest were true. Not that long after he settled, he began hearing strange noises. Noises as if someone was knocking consistently on a wooden board, not like a woodpecker. No, more like a creep doing so. More and more sounds began occurring, sounds like a monster growling. It was getting on Frank's nerves that he had to fire in the air. Even after he had done so, the sounds didn't stop. There was a point where a scream could be heard.
Твою мать. Тихо. Пошли, пошли, пошли. О, блядь, чуть не упал. О, блядь. Запыхался нахуй. Тихо. Вот там где-то, блядь. А ну-ка, пошли. Пошли, 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 блядь. О-о-о-о.
вниз не улети.
This is the feeling of fear that I'm talking about. Now obviously people will call it just some wild animals, which is logical, but if you listen carefully, there seems to be more depth, something other than just typical animal sounds, something scarier. Matthew the F-Boy. That's not a new superhero movie title, because the F here stands for the F word. Mind-blowing. Matt has been dealing with a very unintentional problem. So, he isn't dealing with paranormal activities. Of course he is. I will get to that part. Hopefully I get to it safe. Back to Mimu. His unintentional problem started all the way back when he was born, as the first thing he said was the F word. And ever since, he has never been able to avoid saying it every couple of sentences. Even his parents sometimes call him by the F word instead of his name, and he actually reacted to them as if it was his actual real name. How over-exaggerating. Now that he has grown up and his house is haunted somehow, Matthew's problem took a little bit of a dramatic turn. Due to the activity in his house, it escalates the amount of times he curses, to the point where the so-called ghosts are now mimicking Matt's voice. The other night, Matt was begging these spirits to do the same thing they did with him before he started recording, and thank God they didn't repeat it. 'Cause the way he was asking for it, only people who want drugs so badly will be begging like that. Instead of giving him drugs. I mean, instead of repeating the same activity in front of us the idiots who are watching, they did something else. They moved the award he won for being too naughty. While Matt was home alone at night, and as he was enjoying his favorite show on TV that talks about vegan topics. How weak. He heard or saw the doors moving. Matt saw them moving, not the guy on TV. When he pressed record, it didn't work. So he pressed again, and this time it actually did work, but the ghost didn't. I mean, they didn't move the doors. Instead, they dropped something else. The lights were also flickering, and there was also Jesus. And before the Christians bow on their knees, what I wanted to say is there was a Jesus statue on the doll's lap.
Bro, I'm bugging the out. That door just opened right there, and this one. Holy fuck. December 6th runoff will take place. Now the reason neither candidate is that there was another candidate in the race who received just over 2% of the vote. Joining me now is that candidate, Libertarian Party candidate Chase Oliver. Chase, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I got a lot of Libertarian friends who wish that they were there, that they probably would have voted for you as well. But you got 81,000 votes, and you're the cause of... Bro, I'm hearing like someone breathing. It's really freaking me the fuck out. Right? What does that feel like?
Well, it's nothing new if you're a libertarian. And the truth is I didn't
What? Woke up with these today. Nice. Right after the Annabelle doll fell. Woke up with this shit. Bro, and look at my nails. There's no fucking way I'm fucking doing that shit. I don't fucking know. Guys. She moved. She fucking moved. I'm watching Ghost Adventures. I'm laying on my bed. She moved, bro. It was sitting straight up, and now it fell over, bro. What the fuck? Me either, Zach. I can't even believe what I just saw. How could she have just fell over? No windows are open. The fan isn't gonna fucking push her over. I was laying on my bed watching this. She was, she was up like this, and I just literally watched in the corner of my eye go like this. If you look at my story, you will see that she was straight up.
And that's when I realized the man was...
I gotta get rid of this thing.
I came to realize...
I gotta get rid of this thing. I had that one crazy ass dream, and now I just saw it move. Guys, it's happening again. It's happening again. I just heard the loudest fucking bang. My dogs are barking while they were barking. Bentley, what is it? Oh, Lucy said, fuck that. You guys definitely just saw that door. Fuck close and look at the light. Look at the light. Bro. You motherfuckers want to say that this is on like a fucking switch. This shit is not on a fucking no switch, bro. It isn't. So, I don't know. I don't know. That door definitely just shut, though. That door definitely just fucking shut. For sure. Last time, the light turned on, and the fucking sink was on. Remember that shit? I do. What was that? The fuck was that? Oh! Just happened. That was weird, but alright. Tell them what just happened.
So I'm driving, I'm talking to your mom about the negative energy in your house, as I am a spiritual medium.
You just came in my house this morning, too.
Yeah, I came in your house this morning, right? And I was like a little sleepy, so I called your mom to tell her that you have a lot of negative energy in your house. It's very much built up in there, and I need to come and clear the energy, burn some sage, say some prayers to get all this negativity out of your house. So as I'm like, that's why a lot of stuff is happening to Matt, or your family. It's the negative energy there. And I said, I'll be there in 2 weeks, within 2 weeks, to clear the burn sage. And your mom's like, oh yeah, we need it. As I'm telling her this, I got my AirPods in my ears. I'm driving. I got my phone mounted on where the vent is, right?
So, Tony, basically your phone was on your vent, like the phone holder, and then what happened?
Right. I was talking to your mom about the energy in your house, how it's so negative, and as a spiritual medium, I need to come and burn sage and say some prayers to clear out the negative energy. And my phone was mounted on my dashboard right by the vent. And when I was explaining to your mom that the energy in your house is so negative that it needs to be cleared, all of a sudden the traffic light that I was approaching turned red, and I slammed on my brakes so I didn't go through it, and my ladder in the back of my car came flying and came right into my phone and cracked my whole phone. I can't even open up my
So your
phone.
phone is just f***ing decimated.
It's decimated. I can't even...
The f*** was that? Can you make those knocks again? Oh my god. What else is new though? Because I'm home alone. You heard it too, Lucy, huh?
Can you make those knocks again? Go ahead, don't be shy. All these dogs know what the f*** is going on. Can you please make the knocks again? I'd appreciate it if you made the knocks again. One more time, please. Something. Knocks. 3 knocks. 2 knocks. Something good. Or that. Or that. Bro. That definitely just... Are you fucking kidding? Can you move that again? Holy fuck, bro. Part of me just wants to get the fuck out of here. Move it again. Come on, move it again. I know... I'm done. Okay. I think I'm crazy. I'm home alone. I'm hearing myself. I hear my own voice. I'm hearing my own voice. I'm telling you, bro. I hear my own... Listen. Listen. Bro, I'm bugging. Yo! 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 What the fuck? Yo! Who is it? Yo! I'm bugging out! What the fuck? Yo! That's my voice! What the f*** going?
I don't think Tony was actually talking about the same energy as Matt, especially the way he keeps saying, "So I was talking to your mom." I don't know about your mom. I mean, about you, Matt, but you have to investigate behind Tony. I don't buy the phone incident. If you happen to be a doll collector, you have to watch the next video so I can make some money. I mean, so you can see what consequences are awaiting you in case you still are unaware of what could be one of the worst hobbies to ever exist. Because collecting dolls often results in some strange and unwanted outcomes. But what if we are talking about someone who collects haunted dolls? Then this will eventually turn into some evil outcomes. Abby, a lady who loves collecting haunted dolls and dolls in general, she usually posts about such items on her account. But how does she collect these dolls? Well, obviously, she doesn't steal them in case you had that concerning you, but she would rather collect them from gifts her friends and relatives give her, or she just straight up purchases them. But one day, she received an unwanted gift. It was a doll nonetheless, but not presented in a pleasant way. She found the doll on her doorstep. Later, she discovered some scary hidden secrets about this doll. This doll, later named Abigail, contains unsettling elements: bones tied with red string, a small animal skull, and a note with Abby's full name. But that's not what you should be concerned about. Another doll she found hanging on the tree. She took it home and combined both dolls and saw how this mix results in such terrible consequences. She later began noticing some strange activities in her house. Activities she thought might be out of delusion, sounds she thought might be from the neighbor's house, but realized soon after it was all real, and the sounds were coming from within the house of hers. She began seeing objects out of their place and hearing footsteps on her staircase right in front of her. Weird and creepy sounds from the basement, almost sounds like someone screaming. But the weirdest and most unsettling activity she caught was a dark man wearing a hat appearing on her home's outdoor camera.
And I think it here, this is exactly what I'm talking about. See, there's nothing out of place over here. There's nobody down here. I'm home alone. Like, there's nothing that should be making that noise. Nothing. I have no idea. This keeps happening. I'll hear this every now and again. But I do not want to be down here right now. I do not want to be down here. I I just wanted to show you guys. One of you guys brought up that this entity or person looks like Hatman. And up until this point, I've never heard of Hatman before, but this really fits his profile. It says he wears all black and a fedora, and he will just stand there and stare at you, which is exactly what he did in this video. Here are some images of him, and it looks so spot on to what I caught on camera just the other day, with the hat and the all black and everything. What do you guys think? You guys, I swear this keeps happening. Do you hear that? There's nothing. There's nothing.
I found this doll hanging from my tree. So creepy. I have no idea who left her here. I found this doll hanging from my tree. Somebody left her for me. But I have no idea who. I've been hearing child's laughter and banging noises since I brought her in.
I keep hearing somebody walk up and down my stairs, but there is obviously nobody there. There's nothing there. And it keeps coming up and down, up and down. You guys, I'm hearing it again, but from downstairs this time. Nope.
This man in a hat looks absolutely cool to me. Not in a way that he is a cool dude, no, but his costume is really appealing to me. Other than his outfit, he is totally freaky. This next video is like a mix, not just of paranormal activities, but also a mix of investigators. Each one of them seems like he is playing a different instrument. The investigation seems to be taking place in an abandoned hospital, if I'm not mistaken. We have 4 different investigators, 3 males and 1 female, a combo I would not usually take because it's like buying 3 pieces with a soda. We needed a 5th member. Anyways, the investigation begins, they had a small talk, and here we go to hell. I mean, we go to a room where one of the investigators had flames on and a banging sound echoed out of nowhere. Then we go to a scene where one was holding an EMF detector. He was getting some spikes, but banging sounds did echo again. Again, this group reunited at a specific spot. One of them pointed at the darkness, and I was surprised he was pointing at the camera because he recognized the darkness in my heart. How terrifyingly cringe. One gets isolated in a room, trying to get some communication, but then jumps when he hears the first sound. They took a bit of a rest while keeping the ghost communication phone app running before something was thrown to the floor, but it was not clear what was thrown. In the end, while the camera guy was investigating one of the rooms, he freaked out when suddenly and out of nowhere, a balloon floating on its own appeared.
Estoy con un gran amigo duro en estos temas.
El duro me dice.
Hola, Betico.
Hola. Contento que estamos a punto de entrar a un hospital abandonado, enfocado. A la garganta. Dios
Padre y Espíritu Santo. Dios Padre y Espíritu Santo. Uy, ¿qué fue eso? Hola. Uy, tramacazo, weón. Eres la energía de un hombre. ¿Escuchan golpes? Sí. Escuchen. ¿Eres tú el de los sonidos? Uy, está aquí conmigo. Esta hijo de puta está ahí. Hola.
¿Qué pasó algo? ¿Qué pasó algo?
¿Hay alguien ahí? ¡Hola!
Este güey.
Ahora es que...
Allá escuché una mujer aquí, ¿no? Sí. Y aquí no dijo. Pongo uno. Atrás, aquí en la cama, ¿no? ¿Perdón?
¿Qué
¿Fue
pasó?
tuyo, cierto?
¿Cuál es tu nombre?
¿Campanas escuchaste?
¿Qué dijiste?
Nada. La verdad que no.
¿No te gusta nuestra presencia?
¿El código?
Es azul, ¿no?
Sí. Uy.
¿Qué? ¿Fuiste tú?
Fui feliz, les comento, fui feliz.
¿Quieres matar a Pipe?
Uy, zonas. ¿Alguien caminó? Gono. Gran hijo de puta, lo grabé. Lo grabé. Aquí se escucharon pasos. Se siguen escuchando pasos, marica.
I don't know where that balloon came from, but either they inflated it and let it float somewhere else in the building and the ghosts dragged it all the way to this man, or it was there prior to their arrival and still moved somehow to him. Either way, it was scary. The content Annie uploads to YouTube is very frightening. It's truly something beyond scary. Does he really go that far? Far enough to upload fat women with their bikinis? He didn't go that far, but he also doesn't shy away from being disgusting. So far, you haven't understood a thing. And that's understandable, because even if I feed you the information with a spoon, your brain will still resist the information. So, what kind of videos does this man upload to be called this scary? Cysts and pimples popping. And no, I'm not joking, I want my order in 5 minutes. And I'm also not joking about Annie, that's his content. Where did the paranormal come from? From his secret friend behind the scenes. Sorry, I mean, from his secret friend behind the unknown. Means the ghost. At first, we will have an introduction from him that fits the 3-year-olds, explaining that if you're looking to make fun of these types of videos, this is not the place for you. And don't say I also make intros that fit 3-year-olds too. Mine are for 6-year-olds. Regardless, this is not a contest on who makes better intros, because that would be on Sunday, April 29th. So in the first clip, we see a recording of what is supposed to be some knocking sounds, which sounded like nothing because I only heard nothing. But it gets better in the second one when the DVD flies off the shelf. Alright, you thought that was scary. I know you didn't, but let's pretend like you did, because it's only going to get scarier from here when the window falls, the glass rolls, and the shower turns on. I couldn't find a word to keep the rhyme going, and that's all caused by a so-called demonic force.
Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. First of all, you clicked on this video because you saw the word paranormal. Well, in that case you believe in something more than just that. For the people who are coming to make fun of it, please go watch another video. This is not a place for you. That's all I'm going to say. I was looking on the internet because I have some paranormal activity on my own in my house. Ghost stuff has happened to me since when I was 12 years old till now. There was a period it was nothing, but the last few weeks since I moved here from the 1st of August, it all started to happen again. So I'm researching the whereabouts of this home and all the other stuff. If there's somebody here in this house, could you make your presence known, please? I'm going. That's the bathroom. That's the bathroom, and here was. That's the shelf where the DVD was thrown. So if there's somebody here, please make your presence known. Maybe you do that again, DVD from the shelf, I don't know. Oh. Okay. There are some weird noises coming from my window. The last few days my windows open by itself. I don't know what's the problem, so... Oh my god. My god. Oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh. This is the room where everything is happening. So this was the DVD shelf where the DVD was thrown off. There is the fly window that I asked, if you are here, make your presence known. And it fell off just in the middle. And that's me. Hi. This is the door that shut on me. Yesterday was very quiet, so I hope it stays that way. So I'm not taunting it. I'm not taunting it again. So oh. Hi guys, and welcome to a video. Recently my shower is going on and off by itself. Mostly on, not off. That's the weird thing. So, if you are here, can you put the shower on, please? Come on, don't be shy. You did it. So you can do it now also. Put the shower on. Oh my god! You see? I told you guys, I told you. Thank you. Guys, I'm not afraid about it anymore because it's becoming a normal way of life in this house.
I'm still wondering how come that cup of glass fell aggressively like that and still didn't break or even shatter. When a glass cup falls off my hand on a very comfy pillow from a very close distance, and after many tries to save it in the air, slowing it down, and it still breaks and makes a mess on a freaking pillow. Ever wonder what your man could be doing late after midnight when you're asleep, thinking that he's either asleep with you or playing some video games? Well, ladies, I have got you a perfect example in the next video of what could really happen to a man after too much stress and life anxiety, or losing too many ranked games constantly online, or after drinking way too much. Let's talk for real now. In the subsequent footage, a girl heard some loud noises outside her house late at night. As an independent, strong woman, she decided to go outside and investigate on her own, and to make sure she documented whatever happened to her, she picked up the phone and began recording. As she stepped forward towards the source of the sounds, she found it. It was coming from a pit on the ground. I think that hole was supposed to be a well. When she looked down, it was very dark. How obvious. The scary part is yet to come. As she tried to look closely, it turned out that some scary dark figure was hiding in there, seated. It was staring at the ground when he noticed the girl's presence and stared her down, after which she fled the place. It was such a bone-chilling scene.
¿Escucharon? ¿Escucharon eso? ¿Qué? Se oye allá abajo. ¿Hola?
That's exactly how I have been recently due to the heavy pressure I have been going through because of YouTube. It's not a secret that my channel in the last 2 months hasn't been performing well, which caused me to almost turn into something like the creepy creature you just saw in the video. Imagine that you're sitting alone at night, you're single and sad. In fact, you're so single and out of reach that you start hallucinating over it, that you've been hearing voices of a girl calling you out in your house. Now this might sound strange and somewhat clumsy, but this does play a part in the next video, except for the fact that our guy here does have a girlfriend. Previously, he has experienced the haunting of a mimic ghost, a ghost type who specializes in mimicking the other person's voice or any voice the man is familiar with. But that was only in his working area, in the convenience store. But as of late, the ghost has attached itself to the man even more and followed him home. So, for example, in the next video, on one occasion, which takes me back to the girlfriend part, he was in his room, locked inside by choice, when he began hearing voices outside the room calling him out. The voice was a replica of his girlfriend's voice, which we never tend to hear, but based on his words, it must be the same voice. She was saying babe and such. The man felt tempted to open the door. I mean, even if she isn't his girlfriend, what if she is even better? So in a moment of fear, he had to open the door, behind which he found no one. He searched the house, and still no source of any creature that could have been lingering out there. In another video, while he was trying to capture the ghost on camera, he was able to. Not only did he catch a shadow figure peeking on the camera from the hallway, but he was also caught for the first time. One night, he was in a panic mode as the paranormal activity kicked in even before he could record it. The bottle on the table flipped over and fell off. And in the bathroom, the curtain was pulled by some force. The atmosphere was so tense that Vec thought he saw a shadowy figure pulling the curtain.
I'm here in the again, and I'm alone. Jesus Christ. And I'm alone too. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Oh my God. There was something behind that. There was something behind that. Nope. 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 There's something knocking at the door. I'm here alone. Nope. My girlfriend's not supposed to be here yet. Nope. Go away. She's not supposed to be here yet. I didn't hear her car. Her keys are not here. Video. I have it on video. Before I put that phone. Nobody's in here. Nobody's in here. Someone's behind the door. Nobody's underneath the bed. Nobody's under the bed. Nobody's in the closet. Nobody's going out the room. In the closet. This is where I keep my laundry baskets. Nobody's here. And then the lights are going on and off. This is light. Bathroom. No. Utility closet. Living room, kitchen. Nothing. And the lights are still doing that. And the remote, I lost the remote. That's the remote. I'm trying to blow out the candles. And I'm just kind of chilling. I'm hearing shit. Sounds like he's coming from the bathroom. All I'm trying to do is blow out some candles. Hello? Outside. I can't go out.
I would have never opened that door if I were him, even though I'm single and might feel tempted, knowing that the end result will not only be disappointing but also terrifying. I would rather stay a virgin in that situation. The next video had a very special place on this list. That's why it was placed at the very end, but it's not completely empty. The video features an investigator, Jermaine, a guy who was on this channel for the first time last year, back when things were better and more stable. Back then, he had such an extreme experience while investigating a cemetery. Though the next video isn't much like that one, this place he is investigating has some dark history. The place is called the Felicita Guerrero Tunnels, named after a girl whose name was Felicita Guerrero, just without tunnels. How is she linked with this place, though? Well, even if I tell you the story, I have no idea how she was linked to this place, because based on the story, it's said that the girl lost her life at a party back in 1872 by her suitor, and since then, her spirit wanders around the tunnels, especially when the nights are windy and rainy. Look, I don't know how such a party could have taken place in these tunnels, but whatever, since the event did actually take place, we have to work with what we have. Jermaine began the investigation. He took his female friend with him. Maybe she could communicate with the spirit of the girl, you know, a girl-to-girl talk. They brought an EMF detector, a spirit box, and a K2 meter. The place is creepy, with so many mannequins spread around, and they even found red stains on the ground that seem to have been there newly. Throughout the video, the meters spiked so many times, and all these devices malfunctioned abruptly many times. Even while they were on their way out, the devices were still spiking.
Acá comenzarían los túneles. Cerrado. Oye, pasó alguien ahí. Traje conmigo el lector MF, así que... Ahí te lo voy a pasar. Dice si vuelve a encender. Oh, miren esto. Aquí hay cámaras.
Mira, otra vez.
Pero te da una lectura para atrás y luego...
Es como que algo pasa, como que pum, y vuelve a subir. Mira, otra vez.
Ponlo acá, enfrente de la cruz. A ver. Se apaga el primero y queda los...
Es raro, nunca pasó.
Falla. No. Mira. Eso es así.
Se prendió solo, tomó.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Temperatura?
No tengo idea, pero se prendió solo.
Para, está dando temperatura. ¿Por qué se prende?
¿Se apagó? Y se apagó este también, se apagaron.
Mira. Justo cuando llegamos acá, dando temperatura. Hola. ¿Y el MF?
No anda, acá no anda.
¿Ahora qué da?
No, se apaga solo.
Esto está loco, mira. Ahí, mira. Acá cuando la acerco. Temperatura. ¿Qué onda?
Acá se apaga directamente. Se apaga, o sea, se apaga solo.
Hay algo acá, para. Temperatura.
El cargador se apagó de nuevo.
No, mira, está loco. La medición que da. No. Ya está.
Despite this investigation not having anything paranormal in particular, even though it should have, the spikes they received on the devices were enough to tell you how haunted this place could be. I didn't leave the scene where they found the stains on purpose, but in the original video on his channel, you will find it, so you're free from here on out. Free if you have already subscribed and watched the next video on screen.